I'll give it a moment. And I'm starting the music now.
If I bleed tonight, if I am sad tonight, I don't have a job to find. And if I work tonight, if I'm so tired tonight, I'll fall asleep when I'm home, when I'm
Good evening and welcome to the DarkMom Consortium. I'm Mom.
I'm Dark Thornton. We're here tonight. We're playing our Klingons tonight. I was in my little space Barbie moon. I came up with something pretty badass for a kitty.
Yeah, take center stage there. You look pretty awesome. I gotta step away from you, so why don't you do a nice slow pivot there and show everybody how awesome you look. I love the back detail on it. I love how the armor just kind of fades out into the tail, and then on the breastplate, all that nice detailing.
Yep.
And we are joined tonight by Errol the dog, who is begging for some of my leftover chili for his dinner, which he's not getting.
Yoki.
This is true. This is true. Though Loki's very cute, but she would be monstrously annoying as well. But we love our Loki and we love our Errol, and they're not getting any of my chili. So there, yeah. So how are you today, sir?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you doing today?
I'm doing okay. Getting ready to head down to Indianapolis this weekend, so I will be away from the microphone for a couple of days. But I'll take the laptop with so I can play some games.
So no live streams, but of course I'm working this weekend, so really no live streams anyway.
Yeah, it's going to work out that way. We'll see how it goes on Monday morning if I wake up early enough, though I think Indianapolis is another hour away, so time-wise it would be...
If we're alive.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's going to be a fun weekend. I get to visit my son, and Saturday and Sunday we will be at the Warhammer store and having some fun there.
So if you're in Indianapolis, go to the Warhammer store and go to Games Workshop and see Mom.
Yeah, they are Games Workshop. The one here is Warhammer. That's the actual store name now for the new locations they're putting together, which is kind of cool. So they have one...
No, it used to be Games Workshop. I lived out in the Southern California area, dudes.
Well, all the
I've been out to the one out there, and it was like awesome. They had like a freaking... They had like this little Warhammer scale, the little Warhammer miniatures, but it was like one of the Titans or something like that. It was really cool. It was like this 3-foot tall freaking robot.
Oh yeah. Well, did I tell you about the first time I went to London and I went up to Nottingham specifically to go to Forge World? And Forge World up there is not only the production place, but they also have the museum where they have all the beautifully painted minis, the full armies. And then they've got an area where people can bring their armies with and play games. And adjacent to that is Bugman's Bar. Well, it was the middle of April, but it was exceedingly hot, and I dressed for Chicago in April, not London in April. So after several hours on a train and more than an hour of walking in close to 90-degree weather, I was really thirsty when I hit Bugman's. The beer has a slightly higher alcohol content than it does in the States. And after one beer at the bar, and I'm like, okay, what does my son need? Called him up overseas going, I'm at Forge World, honey, what do you need? You want one of these Titans? Yeah, no problem, I'll get it for you. So I did.
Lucky man, I've seen, those things are pretty awesome, and
they are.
Really, I know enough of Warhammer just to say it to know that the ones you get there are little Titans. If you want to, in scale, you have this little half-inch miniature. The larger Titans would be like about a 6-foot person.
Yeah, full-blown Titan is a monster. But yeah, I think this thing's like 18-20 inches if he ever builds it, which he hasn't done. And I've been home from London for 10 years now. Maybe a little bit longer.
I would build a thing. I would build a damn.
Well, now he he should take it with to work because he's allowed to build things there, but he hasn't. So I don't understand it.
If I had a choice, I would go to his workplace and build it.
It's one of the things I like to do. I have a army that I'm starting to build, and I leave it there so I have something to do when I come down to visit.
Yeah, things I build are... The thing I'm going to start getting into, I think, is... well, we're talking about little hobbies while we're killing time here. One of the things I'm getting into two different things lately. I've started on... over in Star Trek, so I'll pimp this. I'm into a little RPG that they played the devs played a few times in their live streams called Star Trek Adventures.
Oh yes.
I've been starting to read up on that.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Friend got me the books. I put all the PDF because they do the hardbound. They also do PDF, and I got all the PDFs on my Kindle. So when I have little things to do, I can start reading through the rules.
Wow. Well, it gives you something to do.
Yeah. The other thing that I've been thinking really hard about doing is either the attack wing miniatures.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Or the X-wing. I can't remember the exact name of it, but the Star Wars ones where you're doing the fighters or things like that. Because I'm looking at stuff that's like, I see this Millennium Falcon thing. It's like, oh, I always loved that freighter.
We have a game shop near my martial arts school, which I will pimp here. It's called Draxtar Games, Draxtar. And while they've got Warhammer, they've got a lot of other really excellent games there, including Attack Wing and the X-Wing, and of course then well, I'm going to say this as bluntly as I can, the really boring Magic stuff, because Magic the Gathering is just so dull.
You know what we used to call it when it first came out?
What?
Cardboard crack.
An apt name. Because God knows we're not addicted to any games, are we?
Oh, no, not at all. No, we're addicted. We're addicted to stuff, but we try to hide it well, or at least we're not spending entire paychecks on it. Some people do.
We're trying to turn it into the paychecks.
Right.
Yeah, so...
Which, by the way, is a good point, good segue to go. We have Patreon today. You can donate to us and make our shows better. Yes,
and we have suitable bribes. So check out the different tiers. That said, if you decide you want to do Patreon and you want to do it per creation, think very carefully about putting a limit on it. I was a patron of Logic, which I really liked Logic, but I subscribed for X amount per creation, not realizing there were months he would put out 8 or 10 creations, and one month it was just like over $100. I'm like, nope. And rather than pulling it out, he said just put it down to like cap it out at $30 a month or $20 a month or whatever. And
I'm going to throw out a challenge here too.
Sure.
Okay, we can run this for like a month, but the top donator, I mean, we got some people here who might do this, but the top donator, you send us a picture. We have these accounts set up so when we get back to Vegas, because it's not going to be an if, it's going to be a when. We must do this.
We will do this.
With all your help, we will do this. But when we get back to Vegas, I'll make sure whatever the picture you send me an alien, I'll do it. I will make one of the freaking characters look as much like you as possible in this game.
There you go.
That's the challenge here. I mean, I threw together a fairly decent trip in game. I hate to say it, I got a really good Spock. I think it's better than the Scanna Spock.
Yeah, you have a very good Spock. Though, you were sending me the images yesterday or a couple of days ago of somebody who did a Worf, Jadzia, and who else was in that image?
Yeah, Worf, Jadzia, Cisco.
Yeah, really good job on those.
Really good. He used aliens for it, and I really want to find out how he did it. I really do.
Yeah, some people are extremely clever.
It's on the face.
Definitely not my forte, but that's really impressive. Yeah, we're willing to suck up if you're willing to give us money. And for the moment, we have two things that are going on. The Patreon is going to pretty much go directly to funding Vegas, but we're also in the process of writing a series of gamers guides for Star Trek Online. The first one, believe it or not, I think is done, providing that Darkthorn actually went back and proofed it all.
I haven't proofed it yet.
I didn't think you did. The biggest issue I've got is in the glossary, because if you don't know what terms to put in the glossary, you're kind of stuck. So I just started doing every single one that came up as I'm playing a game, which is fine, except it kind of ends magically in... I'm going to jump over my screen here to my Google Docs. I don't know if this is going to show up for you guys, but the glossary ends with the last term being dun, 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 TFO. That means there's nothing in the alphabet beyond TFO that needs to go into my glossary. I do not believe this.
I do not either.
Yes.
But apparently it is.
Well, it is so far. Probably as we get further and further along, this is a sufficient glossary for this point. But at this point, we now can tell you in the book, which you will be able to either download or buy a hardbound copy or paperbound copy, you'll be able to read about our history of the game, because we are so exciting and you always want to read about our history. Yeah. And
by the way, it isn't showing up, but I'm not worried about it. Trust us, it's there.
yes.
But I also have something else up on my little thing here too.
What do you have?
There's patch notes.
Oh, we have patch notes for tomorrow?
We have patch notes for tomorrow.
Ooh, what do we have for patch notes for tomorrow?
We have a lot of patch notes for tomorrow.
Would you like to run? Do we have a time frame for tomorrow?
It's probably a standard patch time, which is like roughly to probably about 10. I had to have to open up the launcher, which
so like
looking at stuff.
2 or 3 hours.
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Because it doesn't tell me the when, 7 to 9:30 a.m. Pacific. So that's about that 2.5 to 3 hour window again.
Yeah, that actually works out great, because I have to be very 21st century and go get the oil changed on the car tomorrow. And I'll go do it in the morning.
I got to take somebody to a doctor appointment in the morning, so therefore that kind of works well for me too. But,
yeah, we lead such exciting lives, don't we?
Oh yeah, we live lives for everybody else. That's why we need everybody's help for when we do our stuff. Anyway, I'm giving Mom the link to the patch notes. There is a lot of patch notes here. First point here. Resolve an issue that would cause skills to become invalid once reaching Tier 6 reputation. People have been hitting it lately. I got a few more days, but there's some nice stuff there. The cooldown for Defense of Starbase One has been changed to the standard 30 minutes, so we're going to run multiple.
Bummer.
So no leveling that way.
That's
no
okay.
Speed leveling that way. Removed energy weapon costs when transwarping to start of a mission. Oh, that one already happened. But optimize matchmaking system and allow players to be made quick. Allow matches to be made quicker when players decline or time out of task force operation.
That's nice.
So, yeah, so that should go a little faster. The Walker class prototype exploration cruiser has been added to the TOS ship vendor for all those who want to play the TOS characters. Resolved an issue that would sometimes cause enemies not to spawn in TFOs. So...
Oh, yeah, that was really fun when we would be in a situation and the enemy wasn't spawning and somebody was going to have to suck up and eat that lever penalty.
Eat that lever penalty, yeah. Updated frequency for which mission auto hailer appears. Oh, that's not good. Auto hails can only appear once a player has completed the tutorial. Auto hails only occur for the next mission available in the mission.
That's nice.
Auto hails will only occur if there is no mission in progress that is in the story arc. Okay. Resolve an issue that would prevent Bridge Officer X powers to play for Discovery, TOS, and Dominion captains. Resolved an issue that was causing various ship window options to appear as white textures. Resolved an issue that prevented audio from playing during the Federation tutorial. Resolved an issue that was causing Klingons to use batleths instead of mechlefs during the Discovery Era tutorial. And we're not done yet. Resolved an issue that caused objects in the Kelvin timeline bridge not to have the proper reflections. Resolved an issue where the male Klingon captains were being called mistress. Come on, that's got to be a good one.
That's great. I wish I'd had that happen. That would have been brilliant.
I wish I had that happen. It's like, hello, mistress.
Okay.
You die now. Anyway, resolved an issue that was causing the mini-map on the Discovery Era Starfleet Academy not to properly appear. Resolved an issue that was causing light posts to go on the 2409 Starfleet Academy. Resolved an issue was causing Discovery Era vendor contacts to use 2S-themed backgrounds. Resolved an issue was causing NPC characters to incorrectly hold a tricorder. Resolved an issue that was causing red alerts to display incorrect bonuses on the landing page. Now that is just the general ones.
Wow.
There's more. This is a big one, like I said.
Holy moly! My gosh, I'm scrolling through this. This is outrageous.
I know.
Wow, this can be a different game.
People were making a lot of complaints, and looks like people have been actually working to fix stuff. User interface. Resolved an issue is preventing players from being able to search for teams, fleets, and individuals. Resolved or disable the PvE and PvP buttons on the minimap tutorial until the tutorial has been completed. Walker class and Crossfield class now use Discovery-themed view screens. That one, when your bridge officer comes up with little dialogue and things like that, or you get contact when that's supposed to be a theme, supposed to be that the ships type view screen that you have. It wasn't working right for Discovery. I can attribute to that. I can testify. Character issues that have been resolved. An issue is causing many alien-generated costume parts not to be available to any character of any race, gender, or faction.
Okay, that's an issue.
That would be an issue. Resolved issue is causing Discovery Starfleet uniforms to clip through the player characters. Yeah, there was a little bit of clipping around the waist no matter what I did on my Discovery uniforms. Yeah, resolved an issue is restricting color customization on Khan's outfits. So that tattered up freaking mess that you get when you join ARC, that may be fixed. May not. We don't know. You have to go in. We'll have to find out tomorrow.
Well, it's on my kitty cat, so we can find out when that's done.
Resolved an issue that was causing beards on player characters to clip through the character.
That's a problem.
Yes, because who doesn't need a beard that goes through your own chest? Now, do you want to hit the content, or shall I keep going?
I will do content. Content. Resolved an issue that was preventing bridge officers from beaming down to adventure battle zones. That's a problem. Resolved an issue that would prevent player progression during the Discovery tutorial.
I had that one hit me. I had to
Did you
restart
really?
the character.
Ugh.
Yeah, literally, I did the thing. It told me to warp out. I warped out, and literally, it wouldn't clear the other part of the mission. You couldn't go back.
Wow.
So
Well, that didn't hit me, but I really haven't played it too much. Resolved an issue that prevented Discovery captains from taking the Wasteland mission Installation 18. Yeah, that has been a big one.
That hit me too.
Everybody's been moaning and groaning about that one.
Yeah, I want to finish that one. I really do.
Secretive Nimbus mission for Federation captains is no longer available until after completing or skipping the Galaxy at Large. I don't know the Galaxy at Large. Is that just that intro one?
It's the intro for the extra missions after you go through storyline. I hit it with one of my characters today, and when did it. So it pretty much when you when you get the availability for the extra content missions that aren't part of the regular storyline. That's that mission for it.
I'll have to take a look at that one. Resolved an issue that made the mission Escalation always available to Romulans before reaching the Delta Quadrant mission group. So that's a minor issue, but yeah, pain in the butt. Resolved an
Yeah.
issue that caused the mission Darkness Before the Dawn to refer to a remove sector, block Cyvalorum, in its mission directions for KDF-aligned Romulan captains. Yes, that is an issue.
Yep.
But that's an old one. I'm kind of happy that they went back and tweaked that one. Yay!
Yep.
Yay! Resolved an issue during the mission Blood of the Ancients where players could get stuck outside of the playable area. Remind me to
That's all.
mention something about that. Lonco System Patrol correctly has 2 groups of Romulan ships and 2 groups of Hirogen ship. Lonco System. I don't know where Lonco System is. Is that in the Japori section?
It's gotta be out. We'll have to go look it up.
Oh,
Let me check the. Let me check the map since we're. Map. No, I can't do system list here. Okay. I can't do system list while we're on the academy, so
Yeah, gotta
we'll
be up
check
in
that
space.
later.
Resolved an issue that would occasionally cause encounters in the new Romulus warehouse not to be at the proper level. Well, that would explain a few of my adventures there recently. I mean, I was
That would explain
underpowered, but
mine.
holy moly, I couldn't
Oh,
even
I
get off the
know.
ground when I was revived. It'd just be like insta-kill.
I was getting hammered pretty hard too. And
Yeah.
and you see me, I fight well, but
Well, that's never been my forte in that one, but I usually go into it under-equipped because I forget what I'm getting into. And
Yeah.
that's my own damn fault. But still, this one was just like insta-kill. Resolved an issue that was causing the enemies in Zinkethi front to remain in play after the TFO has been completed. Damn! I knew that happened. I thought I was losing my mind, but yes. Limited the auto-hail for neutral zone diplomacy until players are max level. Removed access to deep water during melting pot without the use of a power board. Which episode is melting pot?
I don't remember.
That goes back, I want to say that's...
Melting pot, I think is.
It's a Herc one. Isn't that the Herc one where
It's one of the. Yeah, I think it's
Geordie's leading us around at the station on Dranur?
Yeah, New Frontiers, Melting Pot. Yeah, it's right after Beyond the Nexus now.
Okay.
So it is in the New Frontiers area between Beyond the Nexus and Scylla and Charybdis.
Okay. Resolved an issue that was causing the Discovery era Klingons to use incorrect weapons during the holodeck simulation in the Discovery tutorial.
Ah.
Okay, that takes us up to... Holy schmoly, this is like a page and a half for systems. Okay, systems.
Yep.
Resolved an issue which caused the prototype light exploration cruiser to be unavailable to some characters.
Resolved an issue that caused Discovery characters to be unable to turn in the Delta Alliance Tier 5 reward.
Ooh, ouch.
Yeah, that is an ouchie.
Discovery era Klingons no longer have access to isometric charge and positronic warhead.
All Klingon dreadnoughts have been downgraded from having access to Torpedo Spread 1 only instead of having Torpedo Spread 2.
Why would they do that?
I think no matter what you did, they were getting Torpedo Spread 2, which is a lot more powerful than
okay.
1.
Got it. Remove tractor beam repulsors from the USS Sabrova during the Discovery era tutorial.
Okay. Resolve an issue where 360-degree weapons were unable to hit large targets on the opposite side of where they were equipped.
In other words, they couldn't hit the barn door?
They couldn't hit the barn door, and apparently a 360-degree weapon can't hit something about 180 degrees to your ship.
Resolved an issue that caused the Virale and the Fleet Virale to display an incorrect starship mastery.
That's important.
Yes, it is.
Resolve various issues with Discovery security escorts. They will beam in and out with the right FX now. They will use correct weapons or era-appropriate uniforms.
Increase distress call device duration to 45 seconds. Oh, yes. This changes the impact in Nimbus Pirate Distress, Phase Wave Beacon, and Delta Alliance Reinforcements Beacon. Yes, yes, yes. That's lovely. Thank you.
So my swarmers
Are going to stay swarmy for a while.
are going to be swarming for longer.
Oh, but read the next one.
Of course. Adjusted the phased waveform beacon damage output to be more in line with the other distress call devices. Reduce the summoning herc damage by approximately 30%. But still, 45 seconds, 30% less.
You realize
I
this?
can live with it.
You realize this means we should probably do Starbase One with the Herc at some point this evening, while we still can.
I think we should.
Yeah, that'd be a
I'm gonna have
blast.
to do one of my fake characters, but yeah, we can do that.
Remove the energy credit value from the Universal Kit module Cryo Visor Blast, which is a nice little module, but not nearly as much fun as it could be. I was thinking of something more like the opposite of Cyclops. And instead, it's not quite there.
You know, I had the weirdest thing happen when I was doing saw my kitty finishing up the temporal raider.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things I got is actually I have the temporal point, so when my hull gets hammered down, I teleport back and I'm untargetable.
Mm-hmm.
It teleported me for the rest of the mission inside the starbase.
Well, I suppose it's safer in there.
It is. Nothing could target me. I could target stuff that was close, and I did all the time. I was just like flying to the edge and within 10, fire.
Jeez.
But that was kind of weird.
Yeah.
And it was a completely random point because you teleport back so far, and it just kind of was the weird congruence of fate that threw me right inside the model for the starbase.
Wow.
It was very weird. It was very disturbing. It was going, oh, I can't get out. I mean, I tried the stuck command even. It made me wish that the self-destruct thing was still in game. I would have blown myself up to get out of there.
Hey, if I may go off topic, but related to that just a little bit. I was chatting with somebody earlier today. They were stuck in not the Dyson sphere, the Janolan sphere Delta command for a month. Every time they went to get their tunes out of there, the system would crash. They couldn't get in, and once they were in, they couldn't get out. And so it's been a month, and they got the GM to get them out, but kind of summed it up with, well, don't go there again. Which, fortunately, you don't have to go there. In fact, I'd never been there till I went there today. But so he decided to test it out, and it happened again to him. But it wasn't happening to me, so there's something going on. But yeah, it's apparently a known problem for some players. Yep. Which sucks.
Resolved an issue that caused a cryo visor blast to incorrectly share an equip limit category with the toxin dart launcher.
That's a problem.
Yeah, because after all, a freaking freezing eye blast is the same thing as a freaking poison dart. Yeah, I can see that.
I like the toxin hypos, but I've never done the toxin dart launcher. That would be kind of cool, though. Resolved an issue that caused suppression barrage to list an incorrect duration.
Resolved an issue that prevented fleet support to spawn while playing as a Discovery or TOS era captain.
Ooh. That's...
Now, I can justify this one.
Yeah.
Well, not so much in Discovery, but let's be honest, in TOS... How often was Kirk the only ship in the quadrant?
Well, yeah, but you're not. It's a TOS era captain, not a TOS era timeline. They've managed to get themselves up to the current day, so they get all the perquisites of the current day.
True.
Though in that time frame, yes, I can see where that would be a bad thing. But you're only there for 3 or 4 eps.
Yeah, there's tutorials in the TOS era. By the way, if you have not played a TOS era captain, you should. That is just, it is a trip. You're living an old episode. It's great.
You've got to try that one, yeah. At some point, if you haven't done TOS, do a TOS tune. Even if it's just to play the intros, because it's a blast.
Yeah. Even if you delete it after you get up to the 25th century, I guess we're in, timeline, you got to play it at that point. You got to play it.
Yeah, absolutely. Resolved an issue that prevented the Gamma reputation set weapon proc from applying. Ooh, that's bad.
Yeah. Increase the damage on the primary fire of the Discovery Phaser full auto rifle to make up for it firing less overall shots. So less shots, more damage. It works.
Like that.
Reduce the recharge on the secondary fire. The item is now eligible for re-engineering.
Interesting.
There we go. Re-engineer the baby.
Let's see. Resolved an issue with the description on the prototype light exploration cruiser that listed it as having ship mastery.
Yeah, that's the leveling ship. It stops at tier 4. You don't even get the regular stuff on there. So yeah.
Nope. Next one's good.
Resolved an issue that was causing the dynamic personal mobility shield to lose root and knockback resistance once it has been upgraded.
That's not an upgrade then. Well, you upgraded it, but you've lost 2 main functions.
You lost the main functions of actually having it.
Yeah, so you've upgraded it and it's useless. Resolved an issue that was causing the dynamic reroute impulse engines not to be upgradable. Wow, we're seeing a couple of these things here. This is not good.
Yep. Resolved an issue which caused all that glitters and capture the flag to reward Mark II kit modules and frames. They are now rewarded based on the player's level. Well, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Capture the flags like Delta Quadrant, so you're kind of in, if you're like me, you're kind of in that freaking 60, 65 level, and it's like, okay, let's do this.
Well, to get to the Delta Quadrant, the way it used to be, you had maxed out at 50, so it's reasonable to assume you're at 50. And to get Mark II, the only reason I like Mark IIs is because you can then upgrade them better.
Yep, I hit 65. I hit 65 on my Delta, on my Discovery tune.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just starting the Delta Quadrant.
Yeah, I hit 65 on my Alien Rami KDF. I mean, she's level 65, and I don't think she's done more than a few of the whole episodes just because I got her done just in time for Vegas, and we were racing through doing whatever mission was running during Vegas. So...
yeah, we did a lot of running through a lot of things in Vegas.
Oh, yeah. Resolved an issue that caused some projectile-specific bonuses not to affect energy projectiles. Sorry, I can't talk. It's been a long day.
We've all had. I got a good one to read here.
Mm-hmm.
Resolved an issue that could make it difficult to search for Special Requisition Pack Herc Ravager Escort Cruisers or Special Requisition Pack Herc Assembly Multi-Mission Science Vessels on the exchange.
Yep, I heard that from so many people.
I want to buy a Herc vessel. I cannot find a Herc vessel, but I have money.
Yeah, and I began to wonder, are they that rare that they're going off the exchange that fast? But I pulled up the trading channel in chat. They're not available there either. Or excuse me, they are available there, but they're not on the exchange. So they were someplace, and I thought, well, maybe they're just holding them back.
I'm sure if you manually looked through, you might have been able to find it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but you got to start someplace.
Right.
Resolved an issue where Discovery-era Klingons would occasionally appear as though they were using a knife instead of a rifle. Never bring a knife to a rifle battle? Unless you're a Klingon?
Klingons will bring a knife to anywhere. Hi, I'm here to date your daughter. What the fuck are you doing with that knife? Sorry for the language, folks. Sorry.
Did I ever tell you about the time that I decided we needed to make a cartoon about Worf?
No.
Ed did a really good comic about some Klingons, and he had taken some images from Demo Record and done them as screenshots, and then used a function in, I can't remember, in GIMP, I think, to make them into cartoon images, then put in little word bubbles. And it occurred to me, I have a really brilliant version of that to do based on an episode I did with Worf and his people. I can't remember who else was in it, but that's my Martok was the name of it, I think.
I can see this now.
Yeah, well, I was... Yeah, it does end...
up your home in time, I will destroy you.
Yeah, it winds up with, I think it was Martok killing his daughter. or killing his daughter's boyfriend because he dishonored her in some way or another. And it all ends with the audience going, ha ha ha, that's my Martok. So, yeah, I've got a really sick sense of humor, but we had a great one going.
Clearly.
Yeah.
But then you wanted me to be a call for one of your voiceovers.
We have to go talk to him next year. That's so good.
Yep. Updated description on the phaser rifle received during the Discovery Era tutorial.
Replaced a duplicate deflector dish reward in the Discovery Era tutorial with a warp core upgrade instead. Meh. But nice, so you don't get two.
Remove the new tag from the replica Grand Nagus outfit and Tycoon tailored suit in the Lobby store. Added a new tag to the companion non-combat pet pack.
Wow.
So the attendant companion. So yeah, you can get her companion. Don't tell her you'll get one.
Well, yeah, he will. Yeah, don't tell him, otherwise I won't have anything to buy him for Christmas.
Yeah.
The uncommon quality phaser pistol rewarded during the Discovery Era tutorial is now correctly Mark 1 instead of Mark 0. Existing versions can still be upgraded.
Minor text upgrade to the command and temporal operative specialization passives.
Minor typo updates on various powers where multiple was misspelled.
Updated tooltips on ground armor regeneration to be more accurate.
That's nice. That's a good one. And known issues. In other words, one of the two things they've got down here, they only have one, but there's another known issue. Players are unable to join a PvP match when higher than level 60, and all the fun ground missions from New ROM are still missing, and I'm heartbroken. Because I love playing Atli.
Mom
Yes.
likes her grinding, yep.
It's not grinding. It's not grinding. It's home. It's home. And you're jumping up and down there.
Yes.
You got some good hang time on that.
Got some good height there, too. Oh, really? Really? You're going to bring in a drone?
Well, hey, if I can't jump higher than you, might as well shoot you. Ah, I can't even climb up these stupid rocks.
I got up here the other day. I just...
You're just hovering in the air. There you go. Can you get all the way to the top?
Got to the top yesterday. I can't remember how I did it. I can't remember how I did it, but I got to the top yesterday with my cat. With my little Farazian.
So I was thinking, after I become independently wealthy, translation, after I get a job that pays something, I have to buy some new ships. I opened up one today, one of my tier 6s, one of my Lobby ships. I have a couple more that I've won, but I need at least one nice tier 6 for each tune and do it properly decked out. So it's not going to be a quick thing, but it's translating into a fair chunk of money. I mean, go into Zen store and...
Over the years, I put a little wage check and then into Steam or something, and then I'll pick stuff up, and it's getting. At least as far as these Zen store ships, I got a fairly good selection at least. Still a couple I want to get, but
there's just some. I mean, there's a Farasin Slithis Escort. Great name.
that's actually pretty nice. I have one.
It's so
I
cute.
did get all the escorts.
It's so cute. Obviously, I've got my Jem'Hadar ships, but you know, there's
Obviously.
the Ketha Recon Raptor, and it's so close to two tunes, Ketha and Ketha, and only I can hear the difference in those two.
I really want to pick up the. Well, they've taken forever to get a tier 6 Vorcha in the game.
Let's see.
Which is with the Ambassador and the 2 packs.
probably scrolled right by it. I'm not seeing it readily off here, but I'd like to get a lot of ships.
Yeah. The Tier 6 Fortune, I'll tell you where.
Okay.
In that first panel, look at the cross-faction ships. It's called the Voral Support Cruiser.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I scrolled right past that one.
Yeah. It's in the featured right now because it was the last ship things that came out.
Oh, well, we'll just do it that way then.
But yeah, I want to get to listen to some of the New Orleans or Lafayette class is a really awesome ship too.
There's some good ships out there. And I have a few, but I'd like to get some more. Now, admittedly, these are not cheap. I mean, 3,000 Zen is the equivalent of 30 bucks, so it's not like you can buy a lot of them. And if I had that kind of Zen, I'd be buying keys to open up all the lock boxes I'm sitting on. Then again, if I had that kind of money, I could just buy the stuff directly and not have to worry about the stupid lock boxes.
True.
Yes. Just out of curiosity.
I know that feeling too.
You know, that's something some people do every now and then on this type of show. They have days when they just go and open lock boxes with whatever they've got for master keys.
I actually won 2 master keys, so I might do that later.
That would be fun one day. Put together some of different things and see what we can do and just have a fun day.
Yeah.
Well, should we do a mission since we can still do Starbase One with an unlimited cooldown and you can play your Herc swarms for one last time?
Yes, I think I will, but I have to do it on either my or my Fed.
I just lost you on that one. Could you say that again?
I have to either do it on my Jemadar Fed or my regular Fed because they're the only ones that got the Herc Swarmers now.
Well, let me find somebody who can do it with you then.
Alright.
Who wants to go and play?
Who wants to play with us, folks?
Ugh. Oh, that's not
Oh,
bad.
that sounded terrible.
Well, I've got a Breen ship. Or, oh, I've got my Gaylor. Has that thing been done yet? I've got the Ketracel Mom off of Deep Space Nine. Is that good with you?
That's good. I'll play with my Jemadar.
Okay. I think...
Too bad you can't see. Too bad you couldn't see my select screen with that.
I can't.
Kitty costume. It just looked really good.
Let me make sure this thing's set up.
Yeah, let me see if I have my Herc Swarm on here.
Oh yeah, got my board all set up here. Let me make sure I put some fuel. Ooh, this thing's unlocked. Now the Ketracel Mom is a T5U, so probably time for her to look at upgrading, but I'm sure she's got 80 million bajillion ships ready to go.
Yeah, I do have the phased waveform beacon on this Jem'Hadar.
And I'm running this one with a
chip.
Nukara set. Excuse me. Yeah, Nukara set, yeah.
Yeah, you've seen my point. It's that mix set that makes this cruiser turn like an escort on crack.
I stand corrected. This is my Breen set, not my Nukara set. And if I'm there, let me see what I've got for... Okay, I don't have a Breen torpedo in here for some reason. No problems.
I will head over to DS9 to meet you out there.
Well, that sounds like a great time.
Because one of the advantages of playing in Jem'Hadar, you do have a free transwarp to DS9.
Well, don't we have free transwarps everywhere now?
Without a mission.
Oh, well, you could pick
Without
up...
diplomacy.
You could pick up a mission.
True, I could pick up a mission at DS9, but...
My thing would be to pick up asteroid mining and use that to jump over here.
Yeah, well, the fact is I can do this and then go to asteroid mining. 98. 100.
And you're here?
I'm somewhere.
That's okay. I'm going through all my dailies here.
I'm in instance 3 on DS9.
So we won't have the autofill tomorrow, but it looks like we're getting a lot of old damage repaired and some of the newer damage repaired.
Yep. Are you outside DS9?
Yeah, I'm out here. I'm in instance 1.
I will head back out.
Oh, I'm also stuck here, so let me back out of here.
We've taken too much damage. Deploy defensive countermeasures.
I played that yesterday. Did I play that with you? Yeah, we played that as a team. No, we didn't. So where are
No,
you
we
at?
Look for the fireworks. I'm flying to the top of DS9.
I'm up at the top of DS9 too.
I was at the bottom, so...
Ah. Oh, there you are. Oh, it's Cthulhu, of course. Let me send you a team invite here, Cthulhu. I have invited you to the team.
I've accepted the invitation to the team.
I'm going to go ahead and queue up a little Starbase One.
Alright.
And are we going advanced?
We might as well go advanced.
It was pretty breezy yesterday, so no problems there.
And the ship, I think,
Whoa.
is a lot tougher. And here we are. That popped really quick.
Yeah. So I spent part
now
of my...
we just wait for people to accept.
Yeah. I spent part of my day earlier today cleaning up tunes, trying to find enough space in my inventory. I swear that's going to be one of our episodes as Mom cleans her cabinets out.
Mom cleans out things. What do we give away today?
Well, no, this is stuff that I don't have an option to give away because I've used it.
Yeah. Yeah, I am currently running, for anybody who wants to know, I'm running a protomatter colony deflector, a prevailing fortified impulse engine,
Ooh.
a Terran impulse core, a prevailing inverted resilient shield array.
Oh, that's an interesting setup. Here we go. Of course, then we're just going to go sit there at Starbase One, and I'm not even getting XP. Why am I doing this? Ah! Mostly because I want to see you launch your Herc.
You want me to put the swarm on something?
I do.
I'll put the swarm on something early if I feel like it.
Yep. Yeah, since it takes about 15 minutes, you can then smack it on somebody later, too.
Yep, if I do it really quick, right off the bat, get my escorts to go work in tandem.
Quick update for
You're on the other
everybody.
side.
Yes, we should be having our next tutorial video coming out shortly, probably on Friday.
Time to start.
Here they come.
Oh, well, good. Get killed instantly.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm...
They don't like you.
No, they don't like me. I don't like me either. Let's make sure I didn't take any damage. Go. Let's see if I can launch up a little faster. There we go. Still having a problem with it auto-targeting to anything, friend or foe.
After I blow stuff up, I gotta tab over anyway myself, but... Shield heal, I get suddenly a lot faster.
Love this ship, but definitely defeated again. This is not my day. And I took some damage. Ding, ding.
Your pounding on me, but you're losing ground. It's bad when a Dominion cruiser outruns birds of prey.
Well, this thing handles like a truck, but I don't have a decent RCS on it.
Well, if you get some of what I have on mine, you would move really quick at times.
Well, I'm not going to worry about this one. It's mastered, and it's a T5U, so... Of course, Ed would chastise me for bothering to upgrade a T5U, but... I like T5Us. Yes.
Technically, I do have to change one of the weapons on this ship before long, but...
Oh my god, I do have an RCS on this. Oh. That's not good.
The Decatur is ready to launch.
Okay, I'm right there. I just can't turn.
I didn't launch the Herc yet. I'm going to save them, I think.
So if this thing handles like this with an RCS on it, I can't imagine what it'd be like without it.
It's slow, it's a big dreadnought.
Yes. That I see.
Listen, boys.
If anybody's watching this and can figure out why the heck this is doing it with retargeting all the time, I would be happy if you could clue me in.
They do not have enough white.
They don't have enough white.
I know you're not running a Jimmadar.
But it's Ketracel Mom. It's as white as it gets.
I know. Lafayette is nearly underway. Now, the thing about the setup, which surprises me a lot, this ship is incredibly agile.
Mm-hmm.
And it is a big cruiser.
Get into position to prepare for the next assault.
Klingons are regrouping for the next wave. Oh boy, that means I have a scooch over to the other side here because we know where this last one's going to be. And launch the Herc.
Oh, those are so cute. I like your Herc.
And another one bites the Another one bites the And another one's gone. Oh, that battleship finally got me. Proving, even if you have the best ship, you're not invulnerable. To 110,000 torpedo damage. But I'm back, and I'm in front of this guy who just blew me up, and I'm going to hit him with the torpedo spread.
Well, hopefully I won't get killed again.
A little bit domino. Domino. We do have all, but we did rescue all the.
Oh, we did.
Wonderful.
How lovely.
One down, two down. So just keep flying past the catcher cell mom.
What was the other name you had for my next ship?
Was it a Dominion ship?
Yes.
Victory is mom.
Victory's mom, yes, exactly. I think that should be our theme for the show next year.
The victory is mom. If anybody can come. I almost want to go, oh, mommy.
Oh, what shall I take? I shall take some gamma.
Keep up with this kind.
Well,
What shall I
I
take?
totally stunk that one up, but it was always fun.
I'll pick up some competitive first because I gotta get about 900 later on them.
Yeah, I got plenty of competitive. It's a big thing about Ryza and the winter events is you can really stock up on all those things.
That's coming up.
It
Winter event,
is, yeah.
The anniversary.
Well, it had been my goal to get through some of these missions and maybe get all my ships leveled before that, but between that, the book, Christmas presents, trying to basically close down the school, doing all this other stuff, probably isn't going to happen because it's already November, and if they do this, do you think that, yeah, they'll do it before Christmas, won't they?
They'll do it on time this year, and
Yeah.
it runs about 3 weeks.
Yep.
If I remember, they'll hit it. They'll hit it next month.
Well, I remember doing
Maybe
it.
late November.
Yeah. I remember doing it when we were in Europe 2 years ago, and I'd taken a laptop with specifically so I could play the game. Because I had all of my tunes and I wasn't about to miss the dailies on any of them.
Yep. I have to go buy something and upgrade it later because one of my beams is not like the others.
Okay, so you couldn't see it because you're watching the game, so if you go back and watch this, you're going to see what I'm having in terms of an issue with targeting, that it constantly changes. So I can't stay on topic and I can't even focus on it. It'll just completely flash back and forth. That isn't helping either.
I get that happening when I do. Let me see your powers. Go throw up something where I can see the throw your ship off, throw anything else so I can see what you have on your officer powers. Okay, do you use fire at will a lot?
No, I don't. I mean, it's there, but it's no more often than I use any other.
Well, I know when I do fire at will, it'll change my targeting after it's done, after it runs through its cycle.
Well, this will be changing the targeting every half second.
It almost sounds like you have a key stuck or something.
Yeah, but it's only on this tune. So I was...
All right. Go to escape, go to options,
Mm-hmm.
go to keybinds.
Okay. Oh, that's right. My keybinds decided to reset themselves at some point. Let's see. Camera movement.
I would almost say I'd almost say just reset to defaults, and then because that's just the default keys. Maybe that's maybe something there is going on.
Yeah, these are the defaults on that one. But I don't know if it's a keybind that's doing it.
That wouldn't be doing your keybinds. It's just resetting all your.
Right.
But I found on one of my characters, I couldn't stay crouched. I would instantly pop back up, and I had to reset all my.
Oh.
And when I reset all the keybinds,
Mm-hmm.
I did not have any issue after that. It started working right.
Well, it's got select auto target on attack.
Select auto. Yeah, mine's on that. Select auto target on attack.
Okay.
Select.
Assist target on attack. I don't care about that one. How about never auto target objects?
Off.
Okay, that's what I've got. Target.
Auto target is off. Target threatening enemies first is on.
Yes. How about select attacker if attacked? I've got that turned off.
That's off on mine.
Tab select off-screen targets.
Off.
Okay, this was off.
Auto attack. Mine's on. Yours is on.
Mm-hmm.
Auto attack. Toggle target. Change target. Change cancels, I should say.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so it's not in my controls, which then puts it down to the possibility that it's one of my consoles, such as point defense, but I don't think I'm running point defense.
Camera type. Mine is actually on free camera for some reason.
I like mine on follow target,
Yeah.
because it's
I like
basically
mine on
sitting...
free camera. I gotta change that later on, but yeah.
There you are. I can play around with that at a different time. It's just, like I said, go back and watch this and you can see what I'm dealing with on this one. And it shouldn't be happening. There's no trait, is there, that would do anything weird like that?
Now let's see what traits you got compared to what I got.
I've got, let's see, what am I running here? Grace Under Fire. Elusive.
Grace Under Fire, I don't run that because I don't have that one. I have Beam Barrage, Crippling Fire, Elusive, I got Warp Theorist, I got Efficient Captain, Innocuous, Shield Technician, Bulkhead Technician. My Starship traits are Superior Command Frequency, which actually lets me call Fleet Support faster. Which I actually got to put on the right tray here, but that's Cold-Hearted, Press the Advantage, and Team Synergy.
So I'm looking at my Starship traits, see if there's anything there. I've got our Emergency Response, Best Defense,
No, should do
Improve
that.
Predictive Algorithms, but I'm not running that. That I see.
I got most of the ones you have, so...
Oh, whoa. Advanced Targeting Systems. That doesn't do anything, does it? No, that's just crit. That's crit severity.
Yeah. Something you might want if you have Delta Rep done on this character.
I think I do. Well, as far as I can, yes.
You should take Advanced Engines because that increases your flight speed and turn rate.
Oh.
It's in Space Rep.
Personal? Space Rep down here.
Space Rep.
I'm down there. And that was...
That's Space Reputation. Yep. Advanced Engines. Which apparently you don't have.
Yes, it's right there. It's right there.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I'm lagging behind you, that's why.
Yeah, well, yeah, because you're watching the broadcast, which is a couple of seconds delayed. No problem, I can try that one then.
Yep.
Yeah, it's just maddening to be doing that and not being able to focus on what's going on.
Yeah.
And it's one reason when I take this ship down, I'm going to completely go through all the consoles and see if anything there's got something weird that I'm not aware of it. But if somebody sees the solution in there, let me know. I would be happy to know. Hey,
That might improve your maneuverability with the Advanced Engines.
well, this is my T5U. I'm going to change it over to something else. Which does beg the question. I'm going to beam down. Are we anywhere near any place? Yes.
Yeah, we're near DS9, actually.
Let's go to DS9 and let's pick out my new ship.
All right, let's go.
Excuse me, I'm burping.
As we can see, even though we're both in big ships,
Yeah, yours is maneuverable and mine's a not maneuverable ship.
you are in, well, we can call it a state.
It ponders. I know this is more authentic, but honestly, come on, I'm going to come out of here. I'm doing a little bit of herky-jerkiness here. And look at the size of the shipyard. Seriously.
It's a lot more authentic, but all you need to do is go over to this console. That's all.
So,
But let's think about it. We had this huge shipyard on the old DS9 that
yes.
really didn't fit anywhere on the station.
Mm-hmm.
And much like this point, there was no windows or anything in there. There was basically an airlock, which we're right next to anyway.
Yeah, but the old one was big and it was pretty and it's fun to be on. Anyway, so
I like the new station though.
of all the stuff that's up here, I've got the Hanseatic, which I've already mastered, and I've now got the Ketracel Mom. Everything else that's down there is a small ship. So that takes us over here to, I think I've mastered everything. Let me just double check something really quick here. Oh gosh, I do have a few I haven't done. Yes, but all the brains should be done.
Yeah,
So
all the brains should be.
I have got available the Gaylor.
Gaylor's fun, but you don't really get a lot for it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you were telling me that there is no...
The tier 6 will give you traits if you have them.
Was there even a console on this that I want? Oh, the Gaylor's got the spiral waves. That's why I wanted it.
Yeah, Gaylor has the spiral waves, and they're always good to have.
Oh.
When you run disruptor builds.
Well, I have a spiral wave now, so let's look at...
You already have one, so you're not going to get any...
Oh, I did have that one already. Yeah, fine. No problems there. Then let's see what else I've got. So that takes us up to the tier 6. So I picked up the Cardassian package.
Oh, the Cardassian ships are good. The one that can do that's really nice, and it's actually pretty agile, and it's much like the point, is that Intel Flight Deck Cruiser.
Okay, the Gaymore class?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, obviously I've got them all here, but you know what?
Obviously. The Dreadnought's a nice beast, but that Flight Deck Cruiser is going to be probably the most Gaylor-like, and you're going to actually have a couple of hangar pets to go with you.
Okay, so
You have 2 of them now, but
I'm going to get rid of my Gaylor since I already have that.
Yep.
Okay. So you said the cruiser?
The Flight Deck Cruiser, yeah.
I'm going to open these all up. Okay, so did we miss one? We missed one. Let's open that one up too.
And you got a couple extras you don't need.
Oh.
You picked up also. Okay.
Okay, fine.
Oh, you already had.
Which one did I duplicate here?
Yeah, I think you duplicate. Yeah, you already have the Intel
I
Escort,
did.
so
I missed one though.
you can get rid of that box. Yeah, you
Oh, I
forgot
do.
the Dreadnought. You forgot the Science Dreadnought, which is a beast.
There it goes.
Scroll back down. The Damar class.
So which one shall I play first?
I think you liked flying the Gaylors. I would try the Flight Deck Cruiser first.
That would be the Intel Flight Deck Cruiser.
The first one on your
Ooh,
list.
Campania. It's an omen. It's an omen. Okay. Well, then for this time tomorrow.
But you do have a couple of escorts that you can launch. It has a pretty... All three have consoles that you can put together on there if you really want. I know how you like quick and dirty builds sometimes.
Yes, I do. Sometimes I'll dry dock them just to get them quickly disassembled, and then it's easier to move into something else.
Yeah.
And I still got, ooh, spiral wave cannons. Sweet. But these are all Mark 10 and probably not worth upgrading, right?
Mark 10s that come with the ships, you can't upgrade them.
Well, that stinks.
You cannot upgrade them. That happens with every ship, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
As my phone starts going.
Of course it does. Hey, but you know what it is? It is way after our time. And since we do try to...
we went into a very extensive patch note thing.
Yeah, well, that was really cool. It was nice to talk about that. Plus,
it really was.
To me, that really says a lot about, you know, they're cognizant of issues in the game and they're addressing them. So,
Yep.
Yay them. Oh, do you realize... Hold on a second. On my new ship, do I... Oh, I don't get experimental devices because I've got a level 15 Voice of the Prophets.
You will on the escort. You will on the escort. You can put it on the escort.
I'll put it on the escort, but oh, I'm looking forward to playing that one.
I know what you should call this one.
What?
Your flight deck cruiser.
Yes.
The Obsidian Mom.
Ooh, you've got good names for these things.
That just seemed like a good play off Obsidian Order.
There we go. Excellent. Well, by this time tomorrow, I will have this one re-equipped, or at least that'll be the game plan, and we can do some runs. But we're going to meet up for our next convo Friday morning at 11, so you guys should all join us then. That's 11 a.m. Chicago Standard Time, which is, I don't know what time
10 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, 9 a.m. Pacific,
noon East Coast. For those of you who are off in Europe, Pi has placed a time adjustment thing in the website, so if you guys want to take a look at that, you can figure out when the heck we're broadcasting. Once we start to get a little bit of a routine with this, we will start trying to broadcast the same time of day at least 3 or 4 times a week. As I said, though, we've got a new video that should be up shortly as soon as we get the voiceovers done on it. It's a walkthrough of the new Training Day mission for a Regulation Federation tune, not for one of the new ones. We'll do that one too, but not today.
Yep. I know. I'd actually like to, and once we get everything figured out and set up and all that, I'll run the training. I will run the intro video on a TOS Fed tune.
Sweet.
Because that would be fun.
Yeah, well, go ahead and get OBS loaded up. For those of you who don't have OBS but want to do recording, don't forget you've got Demo Record for in-game recording, and we will be running some tutorials on that. But in the meantime, ZE Films at ZE Films on YouTube has a great tutorial. He does brilliant work. He does all that fresh out of dry dock, fresh out of whatever it's called.
Yeah, he does all the ship videos.
Yeah. And it's one guy on this computer, and nothing really fancier than that. He does demo record and then some editing software, but the guy knows what he's doing, and he did beautiful tutorials, so we really want everyone to get out there and support him. I'm sure he would appreciate it. Can I just shoot this person? Is there a way to kill somebody while you're in?
No.
Yeah. But there should be. Here, let's do this the right way. Launch laser raptors.
I know that person. Oh.
Get him, boy! Get her! Get her, boy! Over there! Ah, even my laser raptor's busy. Alright, it's been a great evening, everyone. We really want to thank you for tuning into the DarkMom Consortium on our, I have no idea, this is like our 15th live stream? These were sucking up so much space I put them over onto my hard drive, so I do have everything finally getting saved should anything ever disappear from YouTube.
I'll have to go take a look at YouTube to see how many we did. We've done more. We've done a few.
We've done a few, yeah. We've done a lot and more all the time. But we thank you all. Please tune in Friday morning at 11 a.m. CST. And hopefully Ed will be awake and up, because Ed is going to hit Tier 6 on a number of tunes tomorrow. And we're hoping to talk through what's out there with Tier 6 Reputation IRL.
I do know that there's some vanity shields. There's some nice effects. I've seen it. Some people have been hitting it already.
Yeah, I want to see this stuff. So hopefully we will be talking about Tier 6 Reputation toys on Friday. As I said, no live streams this weekend.
And if not, I'll hit it next week, and on our next live stream, I will throw them up for people.
Sounds great, yeah. I am looking forward to that, Darkthorn. Thank you as always, sir. A pleasure to talk to you.
It's always been fun.
And we wish you the best for a good evening or good morning or whatever you've got going. And we'll see you Friday.
Have a good night and have a wonderful tomorrow.
If I bleed tonight, if I am sad tonight,